everyone. My name is Cassandra Chin, and I'm starting this podcast to really highlight the importance of doing kids and tech education and how starting them young really impacts gender diversity in the future. And today I'll be talking to Tom Manville, who's from Veeam.
Veeam, that's right. So I lead an engineering team focused on a few things, including data protection and cyber resiliency for Kubernetes, as well as a few SaaS workloads as well.
So I believe you're raising 2 young coders yourself.
I'm raising 2 kids. I think we'll see if they end up being coders, but we have given them some materials to start pretty young. They're only 1.5 and 4, so it's pretty early to have them start hacking at the keyboard.
And I think you have a son and a daughter.
I do, that's right.
You mentioned that there's a book that you started them on.
This was when they were babies. We were gifted a book called Coding for Babies, which had like logic gates with bright colors and things. So it was pretty fun. I'm not sure if it stuck, but they did enjoy the book at least.
I mean, what in the book really stood out to you?
I think I don't think they actually understood it much. It was really about what is an AND gate, what is a NAND gate, and so it had bright colors associated with that. I think they were attracted to the colors more than the actual content.
With the AND and NAND gates, did they relate it to physical objects or scenarios in the book?
They actually used the correct kind of diagrams from a circuit diagram, so I think it was a bit more abstract than maybe would be useful.
I think resources like that are good. I mean, it's not only fun for your kids, but for you too.
I think I got more enjoyment out of it than my kids at that point, but maybe that will change eventually. Well.
And you started them really young, and one of your kids is a daughter.
That's right. Yep.
I mean, how do you think that starting kids young impacts gender diversity in the future?
I think what we've seen in the industry, unfortunately, is that diverse candidates tend to drop out at various stages in their careers. And the more you can do to increase the number of candidates early on, as well as support them through their career journey, the better off you'll be.
Yeah, I really agree with you. I think starting kids young, has the biggest impact. Especially if you get kids, in their middle school years. That's really before they started forming an opinion and what they like to do.
Yeah, I think maybe starting as a baby might be a bit too early.
No, I don't think it's starting too early. If they grow up with it, when I was little, I saw, I had a go-gopher plushie, and I saw Duke everywhere. So, even so, I didn't know how to program.
My kids do like the plushies, that's true.
I mean, when I grew up, I saw that, the go-gopher's a language. That's kind of cool. And I just naturally kind of like it.
I'll keep that in mind as I buy more plushies for my kids.
Yeah, I should get some Fippy plushies here, too.
I have plenty, yeah. Believe me.
Because we're at KubeCon today.
That's right.
And are you involved in any DEI programs or mentoring?
Yeah, I'm really happy at my company to be involved in the executive mentorship program for women in the company. It's really nice. It provides a one-on-one mentorship for women as they go through their careers. We're obviously a technical company, but this applies to the whole company, not just people in engineering. And it's great to see women really get have their career paths promoted by executives within the company.
Did you teach anyone yourself in the program?
Mentorship I've given so far has actually been to folks in different programs. So one of the people I worked with worked in alliances, which was great too. I learned a lot from her as well. She was very knowledgeable of her subjects and very motivated and engaging. So I think I got more out of it than I think she did for me, unfortunately.
I wouldn't say that. I'm sure you helped her out.
We had good discussions as well.
And can you tell me more about the specifics of the program or any stories or examples of some positive outcomes?
I think there's been a lot of positive outcomes from this one. So there's a pretty big working group within Veeam dedicated to fostering women in their careers. This working group is called Women in Green. Green, of course, is our logo. And I think this specific component of the mentorship program is one-on-one and dedicated to individuals. And it's a yearly pairing between an executive and individual women or people in Women in Green that essentially just provide mentorship and regular calls to discuss what's going on in their careers, what's going on within the company. It's part of the overall culture and supportive culture within Veeam.
I've heard that sometimes it can be harder for a woman to move on to executive positions.
I think that's true. I think representation by women in the executive suite is certainly lower than we would hope. I would say that there are some executives of the C-suite at Veeam who've recently, joined the company, as well as many women at the VP level, which is great to see.
But I think the program you mentioned, it should hopefully help to get more women in higher positions.
Definitely. And I think having great examples of women in senior leadership helps promote women early in their careers as well, and provides them with mentorship.
And when we're talking about like kids' education, you know that there's a huge AI wave now.
Certainly, yeah.
So how do you think this will impact how kids learn in the future?
Yeah, I think AI is impacting how people write code in general, and so it will definitely impact the way kids learn. I think using these AI tools, in 10 years is going to be essential for any kid hoping to learn. And on top of that, I think that the AI is going to help kids as they learn and have tools dedicated to the learning of technology and things like coding.
I can speak that like at my current level in college, I mean, I'm taking a computer science degree.
Yeah.
They haven't adopted AI at all. Like, if you use AI, they have a policy that they say that will just fail you out of the class.
I think some of the AI is very sophisticated, and that policy won't be able to be maintained for a long time, in my opinion, because eventually the tools will be so good that it will be indistinguishable between a person who developed it or the AI.
How do you think AI has affected your daily life just using Google?
I tend to use AI myself as a sounding board. So if I have a question that I'm trying to work through, I'm a big fan of things like rubber ducky coding, and actually having the rubber duck reply back to you is helpful sometimes.
Do your kids use the internet yet?
No, they're too young. We try to avoid screen time. Although I would say we love PBS Kids for airplanes and things.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully the education system can work together with AI in the future.
Yeah, definitely.
It's been really great talking to you today, so thank you.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.